subscribe. You got me mad now.
Welcome back to StrongMidcardPodcast, and we're here on the eve of Rampage from the United Center, with everybody expecting the debut or the re-debut of CM Punk to the wrestling world, the debut to AEW. Let's hope it does happen. If it doesn't, there's some kind of giant swerve. This is probably going to be the angriest a crowd has ever been, especially in Chicago, man. That's what we got to look forward to tomorrow. But before we get to that, let's recap what's been going on. Christian Cage, your new TNA Impact champion, beating Kenny Omega. And of course, I think we all kind of figured that the reason he won that was to kind of make a title versus title match at All Out and to make it seem like a bigger deal. Not a bad idea, especially if you're not getting Hangman in there, and which sucks. I think everybody wanted to see that, but you know, they're how do I say this? They're kind of testing the waters there a little bit too much for me about the whole Hangman and Kenny Omega. I know, like, they're trying to do like traditional old school where you drag out the stuff for whatever, it was years in some cases. I don't think it's not gonna lose its effect. I think you have to pay it off eventually, for sure. Within, I would say, before this year is over, you have to hang. I know you have all these other guys coming in, but you know, you can't automatically just throw them into the title scene, the heavyweight title scene, because it's exactly the problem that was going on in WWE. You got to reward the guys who you've been breeding there forever. Hangman, I think, still, him winning the title is still probably the best thing you could do for that company. So let's hope they go that way. Other things to take away from this past week. What else? Kenny Omega beating Andrade, and I guess that got changed over. Maybe they didn't want Kenny losing 2 nights in a row with the appearance of Ric Flair, which I thought was pretty cool. And then another appearance of Ric Flair in a train, apparently. Yeah, it's going viral. If you don't know, just look it up. But that's pretty cool, seeing Ric Flair kind of interacting with Kenny Omega in Mexico. So, I mean, it's just like this weekend was pretty much a whole representation of this whole Forbidden Door business. Pretty much everybody doing business with each other. You know, kind of new for this generation of wrestling, for sure, but something that has been done before, probably like late 70s, early 80s, until McMahon kind of took over everything. So it's cool to see, I mean, that everybody's prospering for it. Everybody's getting a little bit of shine from it. So what else happened in the world of New Japan? Ospreay's back, and he's dropping hints, dropping names, saying that he wants to come in or fight anybody in AEW or Impact. That'd be dope. I'd be down for that. Tanahashi, Mox, that whole possibility, I think that'd be freaking awesome. I know Mox kind of dropped a little teaser last night on Dynamite about, or at least people made it seem like he was dropping a teaser against Punk. I don't know if I'd go with that match. I like the Punk Darby thing for his first match, and Moxley for Tanahashi. Maybe they can't get Tanahashi. Maybe that's the problem. But I was really looking forward to seeing that instead. What else you got? NXT. Anybody know anything was going on in NXT? I didn't even watch it this week, honestly. I don't know the results. Oh, well. I'm sure I'll find out eventually. I'll watch like Steven Larson or something. And we'll see what's going on with that. But let's get right back into the whole Rampage thing, man. What are you guys thinking? CM Punk shows up, challenges somebody. I mean, they already had the lineup. I think Mox is wrestling. Nothing too crazy. I think Lucha Jurassic Express is wrestling tomorrow too. So, I mean, not exactly a crazy big card. Maybe it's based around one thing. They're probably recording some matches beforehand. But I think, I mean, if you're producing that kind of, not weak, but that kind of a, you know, decent to okay average of a card, you gotta top it off with something huge, right? Mox is already gonna be there. You know, is Tanahashi gonna show up? CM Punk is likely to show up. Is he gonna show up at the end of the show? Is he gonna show up at the beginning? It's just all a toss up, which is awesome, which is what wrestling's been missing, man. It can go anywhere from here. Like, you got, you know, this is probably the biggest event to end the summer. I know you got SummerSlam this Saturday, but I don't even know a match that's going on there for WWE. So, All Out, I think everybody's, right now, the eyes of the wrestling are on, you know, the United Center in Chicago and Rampage tomorrow. Then after that, everybody can start looking forward to All Out, and that's going to be the real, like, that has to be like their biggest pay-per-view of the year. Like, a lot has to go down, and all I've seen so far is, I think, Big Show's wrestling QT Marshall, and I'm hoping that's a pre-show match, man, because, I mean, I like Big Show, cool, you know, legend guy, but why do we need him and QT Marshall on that card? That kind of scares me that maybe they don't have everything together as I thought they did. Last night's show, AEW Dynamite, always, I mean, it's always a solid to great show. Also on Dynamite, we had Darby Allin and Sting in a Texas Tornado match against 2.0, and that was a fun match. I mean, it was what it was. It's cool seeing Sting take bumps like that and still kicking ass. So that was a fun little match for sure. Sammy Guevara looking like a star each and every time he goes out there, man. It's on, that's another guy they really need to put the rocket ship to, or just keep that focus on him. Kind of keep giving him bigger matches. You never know. TNT title maybe. See what's going on with that. That'll be cool. I think that's a perfect little nook for him to sneak into is the TNT title picture, and then him having take down Miro. But who knows? Who knows where they're going with the whole Miro thing, man? Young Bucks and Jurassic Express was a fun freaking match, and everything that happened afterwards, obviously building to the. We're just building more heat to Elite and Christian Cage and all that stuff. So, that's it's more filler for their eventual clash at All Out. Thunder Rosa, Penelope Ford. Nice showcase for Thunder Rosa to come out, being a solid performer. Penelope Ford, who's an up-and-comer, getting better every time out. And her being in matches with top stars like this, like, Shida, Thunder Rosa, Britt Baker, whoever have you. It's just getting her better, and she eventually will be probably a top star or maybe even champion someday if she keeps going up against some of the finalists that they got there. Jericho and MJF. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of thought maybe MJF would finally take the loss here, but I can see where they're going. Jericho having to lose and, having taken the beating he took and the arm and all that kind of falling into there. They're really protective of MJF. Still don't know why. I mean, I see why, yes, but I mean, he could take losses. He's that good of a heel that he could take the losses. I think he just wins too often, but that's my take on it. Strong match, strong show, great show. So yeah, that was a great Dynamite show. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Yeah, yesterday's show I thought was very above average, fun like that always is, and that's the biggest kicker with AEW is that the show is fun. And I said it last week, and I heard some people that were kind of on my side about it, that like when you hear people talking about AEW, everything has to do with fun. The show was fun. This booking, it looks like it's going to be fun. The Young Bucks versus this other team, that was a fun match. Like Omega making an ass out of himself, that's fun. Like everything's fun. People are actually having fun with this. And I think that drives a lot of these WWE stands insane because it's not fun over there, and they're constantly having to defend crap like the whole Nikki Ash thing and that and the fucking doll thing and NXT getting buried thing, and they have to defend it as like some like shitty business that they're trying to defend for people, and nothing about it seems fun. Nothing about the way they come off seems fun. So it's like, you kind of, I don't really pay attention to that stuff that much anymore. I'm paying attention to this. Like this whole Forbidden Door thing has kind of piqued my interest, man. I'm loving what I'm seeing. Impact is a fun show to watch. New Japan, I know they're struggling, so they need all the help they can get. They definitely have to be on board with this. So, just wanted to cut this really quick going. I like to keep my podcast very quick to the point and just throw out whatever's popped in my head pretty much. I have no script. I have no notes, which I probably should do. Probably would do more in the future, especially after tomorrow. I'm for sure doing another one and just going to recap and see what's going on. Also, tomorrow I might combine it with my next Fuck It, Let's Book It, because I'm thinking that my first episode my next episode was going to be CM Punk first blood feud in AEW. So going to be doing that tomorrow night, probably maybe Saturday. You'll probably see another upload. So thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to subscribe and like, notifications, all that good stuff. And I'll catch you guys later, and enjoy the shows. Later.